Okay, welcome to another week of training. I'm here with Randy again, and we're going to be adding to our defensive shell. So from our arm guard position, now to begin, to just kind of review, I want to show without gloves so you can really see kind of the finer movement here. But if I'm in my arm guard position, obviously the target has to be given. If I'm in what I call the more closed arm guard position, where this fist is right down the barrel of the gun, why would he punch straight into my face, right? So this is assuming that my hands are more up here. When he fires that jab, I'm just going to cup it here with that hand, and then I fire that, right? When he fires that hand, just cup it and fire. My elbows stay down. So whichever hand he throws, bang. So yeah, bang. Go ahead and mix it up a little bit. Bang, bang. So bang, bang. See, it doesn't take much. This isn't something that it's like, oh man, you know, it takes a lot of work to be able to catch this. The idea is he's got to travel a lot further than I do to just do this. If I were doing big things like this, I would have a harder time keeping track of his hands. Let's see, if he throws like a 1-2 on me, bang, bang, okay? Now one point I want to make is these hands should never both be down. First of all, it looks kind of funny. Second of all, if I have this hand down and he fires that cross, and this hand's down, yeah, now I have nowhere to go with my hands. So there should be like these hands take turns there. So that cups, then if he fires that cups, that one comes back up. Bang, 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 right? Okay, so we did that last couple weeks ago. Now we're training if he wings in a hook on me. Again, now if my hands are out here, why would he hook at me, okay? So I would recommend taking more of a closed guard position on this, but here he hooks at my head, right? Bang, he's aiming right there. Here's how this works. Sorry about the sweaty cheeks there. But anyway, here's how this works. Ideally, I don't want to go toe-to-toe with him. I don't want to stand there and take hits. Even if I block a hit, what that is saying is that all I'm doing is putting something else in the way of all of his force. I don't want to get hit at all by him. If he hooks and I put my arm up here, bang, and he hits my arm, that's still not going to feel very well. Some people will intentionally do this. You don't have boxing gloves on. So taking a shot right here, if I've got knuckles going into it, that can actually cause some real damage and I won't be able to use that. People will hit the arm just to help bring them down. Right? Boxers do that and they've got the gloves on. So ideally you don't want to be in the way of the force. So think about like with a stick. Somebody swings a stick or a bat, where's the real power? The power is in the last 6 inches of it. You know, if I swing a bat and he moves in and I end up hitting him with the 6 inches right by my hand, it's not going to cause near the amount of damage if I hit him with the last 6 inches. So when he hooks at my head, ideally I want to move my head inside the circumference of his hook. Okay? So that's not going to cause near the amount of damage. That's the most important part of getting this. So go ahead. So I move my head in. Not that it can't kind of, no, just kidding. But anyway, no. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my arm up a little bit. But ideally you don't want to think so much about bringing this arm up as you want to think of ducking your head into your arm here. The reason for that is your ribs sit like shingles on a house. And when you lift your arm up, it lifts those shingles. So that's why you'll see sometimes people will notice if you bring the hand up high when you cover, then what the person will do is fake a hook to your head. When those hands come up, drive like a shovel hook or whatever, an uppercut into the ribs because you just open them up. And you know, you'll see guys go down from that very easily. So when he hooks, ideally I'm going into my arm. I'm going into this. So, you know what, let's take it this way so maybe it'll show up a little bit better. So when he hooks, boom, I'm going into the force here, into his body. Okay, now my arm has to come up a little bit obviously, but now when he fires that one, it's the same idea. Bang, I'm going into it. Okay, so into it. And now with that stationary footwork drill that we've done, we took where we lean forward and lift that lead heel. Same idea. Bang here. So when I'm here and he hooks, bang there, or he hooks with the rear hand, bang there. Okay? Let's go back to how we were. Okay, so now we're going to add to that. So when he hooks here, Now I'm in perfect position to then fire a hook of my own. So now he's going to cover, okay? So I'm just going to hit into his glove. Well, if we've got gloves right now, without gloves, you're just going to work it lightly. But he hooks, bang, bang, okay? And work your palm hook. Really, you're not just going, okay, now I'm just feeding him. When you're feeding equipment, you're doing whatever, we're taking turns. When he's swinging at me, he's working his hook. He's not just going, oh, okay, it's his turn to block. So, so this is our shield or our cover. Okay, so our arm shield or our cover, whatever you want to call it. But when he hooks, boom, in, then I fire my own palm hook. If he's closer, of course, I'm going to tighten my line, but I'm going to keep my elbow up. Now if he hooks with that hand, bang, here, right? Now that cross that we worked is going to fire off. So he's just going to cover, he's just going to put that glove up for me. And or he can work his cup carry. So either that or just give me a target. One of the two, how you want to work it. Here, and then I'm going to go into that, right? So he hooks, bang, cover, or give me a target to hit. Decide ahead of time what you're going to do with your partner. So one more. Okay. Bang, bang, right? Now I'm a little tight, so I'm kind of shortening it up. We're going easy on the hands. So now we'll demonstrate it with boxing gloves on. Okay, so now we're going to demonstrate this with gloves on, kind of show what it looks like. So it's just going to be me working it, but with your partner, take turns, go back and forth, or do like 3 and 3, 5 and 5, whatever. Put on a boxing round and just do this. But when he hooks with either hand, so I'm going to cover here, right? Now from right there, bang, fire that cross. So he hooks, bang, 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 here. Yeah, so we'll do that now. So with the lead hand, there. Now make sure that with your partner, because you know what you're doing, what each other are doing, it's easy to kind of put your punch where you know he's going. So what you can do with your partner is go, okay, go ahead and hook in my hand, and just kind of, keep your guard up, whatever, just kind of lean back and make sure that that punch is really coming at where you're at. And then, so now when he hooks, bang, and then just here, bang. So, bang, 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 bang. Okay, now, one other thing I want to kind of go into. He's a bigger guy, and when he hits, he can put a lot of power behind his hits. That side step that we've worked, you can incorporate that with this if you've got kind of a heavy hitter. So when he hooks with the rear hand, I can kind of step off here with my side step and then cross. Same thing as when he hooks with that hand, boom, and then bang. So I can use my side step to absorb some of the force, or to let him move me without it knocking me off balance, right? So if he just hits me and I just bang, then, I've opened myself up. So I can let the punch kind of move me sideways, and then I return my own punch. Okay, so take it with your partner, just work on that, return hook, return the cross.